As for the current state of Tom Brady, he's a 44-year-old man who's the only guy in the NFL at the quarterback position with an opportunity to go back-to-back. He's the only guy walking around this year who's saying I can be a quarterback of a back-to-back Super Bowl championship team, and he's in fine-tuning mode, folks. Mm-hmm. This is what the mode he is in right now. He is in fine-tuning mode. Everybody can sit back there and say there were some missed opportunities last night. There were. Everybody can sit back there and say that this team is missing a couple parts, that they can be beaten on any given Sunday, and they can. And last night, if the Giants actually stopped stepping all over themselves and started making some plays, and if their quarterback had the ability to make some plays himself on a team that is lacking, despite the incredible talent that's around him. We'll talk about the Giants later on this show. Don't you worry about that. We'll put them in the crosshairs later on. Then the Bucs could have been got last night, but they were taking on a Giants team that is not very good. And Brady still threw for 300 yards. He almost had 200 yards at halftime. And Mike Evans did get in the end zone, and Gronk did come back. And they did get Sean Murphy-Bunting back as well in the secondary. And he was beginning to make some plays. And I'll just say this for anybody out there who thinks that the Buccaneers didn't look very good last night and that team should have won by the final of 45-10 or even 50-10. They're in fine-tuning mode, folks. They're in fine-tuning mode. I will, on Thursday, take the set on NFL Game Day morning. I will take that set on NFL Game Day morning with the opportunity to, as given to us by our producers every single year, a chance at a mulligan to change my tune, to tap out of one of my choices, NFC and AFC. I had the Chiefs and the Bucs playing in this year's Super Bowl. It's been a while since we've seen a team win back-to-back. As we know, it was Brady in 03 and 04, the first 2 years that NFL Network existed. I was there for both in the city of Houston and Jacksonville against Carolina and Philly. I watched it. I saw it. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. It's been a while since we've seen that. It's been a while since we've seen a repeat matchup in the Super Bowl. It's been quite some time since we saw, back-to-back Super Bowl matchups in the big game. You can look that up. I believe it was your Bills and Cowboys.
I believe so. Well, my Cowboys and the Bills.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I think we're still going to see it. I'm not getting off the Bucs at all, folks. I'm not getting off them. I told you last year, Chris, when I did get off the Bucs, because I had the Bucs winning the Super Bowl last year prior to the season, then I hopped off them at Thanksgiving because they were going into the Kansas City Chiefs game at 7-4, not looking very good. They dropped to 7-5 after losing to the Chiefs, and I'm like, woof, glad I got off of them. What a moron. Then I had a chance to mulligan back into them when the playoffs started. The producers gave us one of those bonuses that I didn't think was coming. Let's get back on it. And I did, and I got on the Packers. And I looked at you guys. I said, never let me get off the Bucs again. I went on them, not when Brady's quarterbacking them, and I'm staying on them. I'm staying on them, even though the Cardinals look terrific, and they deserve every kudo that they possibly can get. And anybody who sits there and thinks that Cliff Kingsbury is coach of the year and the Cardinals have an opportunity to win the Super Bowl, I say I agree with you. Anybody that looks at what Green Bay's doing, even though they've lost their left tackle, and Elton Jenkins, and David Bakhtiari apparently had surgery, a little cleanup on his knee. He's definitely not returning this week either against the Rams, who are going to be sending Von Miller coming off a bye and Aaron Donald for the first time on the road. That's who Aaron Rodgers with his injured toe is going to have to see this weekend. And you could sit here and say Aaron Rodgers is still going to be Aaron Rodgers and win that game, and I believe you. And you could say that the Rams have now got Von and they've got Donald coming off of their bye. Everybody's going to be healthy, a nice week off for a Rams team that could use the break after 2 straight losses, and Odell's going to be in the playbook, and you could say this is the Rams' year. They're going to do what the Bucs did last year, which is win the Super Bowl in their house, and they'll say, I believe you. You could be right. You could be right about the Dallas Cowboys. You could be right about the Dallas Cowboys, who are probably going to get Tyron Smith back this week, and it looks like Dexter Lawrence, Tank Lawrence is coming back, man. And so it looks like he's back. Tank Lawrence, pardon me.
Yeah. DeMarcus Lawrence.
DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah. I'm thinking about the
Dexter Jackson?
Dexter Jackson of the Giants. I wrote his name down because I'm going to say his name later on. But DeMarcus Lawrence is coming back. Tyron Smith is coming back. Amari Cooper's going to get healthy. CeeDee Lamb could even play this week. So on and so on and so on. It's believable. I'm not getting off the Bucs because even though they had trouble in the red zone last night with, at one point, a 79-yard drive. Let me get this right. I should have my book open. 18-play, 79-yard drive wound up in a field goal. And they did get a gift touchdown from the Giants, who, for some reason, got confused by a little bit of emotion by a tight end and double-covered Brate and leaving the all-time great touchdown scorer for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers single coverage to Mike Evans.
Yeah.
And you could sit here and say they could, use Antonio Brown coming back, whether he's vaxxed or not. You could say all of that. But when push comes to shove, in late January, early February, mid-February, who's going to beat this team when Brady takes the field? Who's going to do that? I'll keep reminding everybody, you're going to have to do that. Somebody's going to have to knock them out. Somebody's going to have to overcome something in the game when the Bucs throw it at them. And they get healthier too. Somebody's going to have to knock out Tom Brady and the Bucs. Who's that going to be? Certainly if it's in their house, where they look much better this time around. Just want to remind everybody that if you're coming off of the Monday night game thinking, yeah, they weren't all that. Yeah, but this is a wide open year. Anybody can win. Everything I just said about the NFC, you could say about the AFC. The Chiefs going on a run. Derrick Henry coming back for the Titans. The Patriots doing what they did in 2001 in 2021. A nice 20-year anniversary revisiting with their first time going around quarterback, who seems to be pretty damn special with a defense that's opportunistic. Say the same thing about the Ravens, who lose running backs, don't worry about it. Who have to start a kid from the University of Utah because he finds out as he's making his way to the stadium and a text from the starting quarterback, I'm not feeling so great. It's your day. I'm watching today.
Crazy.
Like what?
All right, you got to start Tyler Huntley. Got it. We'll win. I could go on and on about that. The Colts, et cetera, so on. Someone's going to have to knock off Tom Brady. I still need to see it to believe it. Not getting off him. That's why I said they're fine-tuning. Brady looked pissed. He's in his I'm winning by 20 and I'm pissed mode. It's a way to tell everybody right there, huh?
He's not happy, too, because 6 minutes to go. I know the game's in hand, but he doesn't want to sit. He gets taken out. Suddenly Blaine Gabbert's in there running around, handing off.
Yeah, too bad. That's too bad for him. That's too bad for him. Because
but he doesn't want to come out.
And I love that about him. That's what makes him so damn special, isn't it? That he's in this part of his career, this part of his year, this part of
folded on the sideline.
Too
just
bad.
All pissed off.
Too bad.
Nothing good could have come from him staying in that game.
Can't run the risk of a Giant finally getting home from their 3-man rush and dropping 8, or finally getting home because they're going to try and blitz him.
And they're mad already. Like,
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.